There you go.
Yeah. Hello.
There you go. All
Happy
right.
Mother's Day, everyone.
Coming at you live. We are no longer in Florida, and Joshua Nehring, my wife Stacy. We were recently down. I think many people connected with us with our brother and sister-in-law, Josh and Shannon Nielsen. Anyways, want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day today. And in light of Mother's Day, we didn't think about it specifically last Sunday, but as we went through this week, we certainly wanted to maybe turn tonight's session into something where we can address specifically for mothers and all of you moms in a way that hopefully is meaningful and will help leave a lasting impression, because this day is really hard. I've had some unique feelings today where I have been able to maybe sense a little bit more than I have in the past how tender this day can be for women of all different walks in life. And I know that there were a couple individuals on my mind this morning that have not been able to have the gift to be able to be a mother of biologic children or through adoption at this point for various reasons. And they experience a loss as well that is real and that is hard to bear. But anyways, we're so glad to be here tonight with you. We are on our own a little bit, and we feel a little empty. We miss Josh and Shannon. I need Josh. So I need Josh for some of my dumb jokes to somebody to laugh at them. Anyways, I wanted to just last week we gave a little invitation to those of you who wanted to participate in looking for small ways every day this last week that you could reach out and do some type of act of kindness. We had mentioned last Sunday that Josh, Shannon, Stacy, and myself and the kids, we went on a walk, and we just went out and picked up garbage wherever we saw it. And it was a little thing, but it was good. And I remember Josh saying that it was good. It was something that lightened his heart and made things better. And so we had invited many people. We'd invite everybody to participate with us if they wanted in that. And we'd invite you to share those on the Live Like Lilly Facebook page or to Shannon Levitt Nelson's Facebook, and let us know how in our world you're living like Layla, or living like Lilly and loving like Layla with us. I had a couple of experiences this week that were what I decided to do is that I was going to try and reach out every day to somebody in just a text. Just, I don't do a lot of texting, and people that know me know I'm awful at responding back with texts, and I'm hard to reach on the cell phone. But I wanted to try and just reach out with text, and I was impressed by when I had a thought to just send something out. The response that I got back from people always warmed my heart and helped me realize the power that even just a small little word, like the essay that our little Lily wrote, saying that even just simple words can change a person's day and make their lives better. And just before we came on to this Facebook Live here tonight, I got a text back from somebody that I'd reached out to, and I could sense in the gratitude that they were expressing how appreciative they were of that. So we would invite you to kind of make that a habit of some sort, to find something, some way.
Can I share?
Yeah. And one of the thoughts that I had this week also, as I was kind of trying to ponder or think about what I could do, I don't know how many of you are from the Worldwide Unified group that we have been introduced to and that we participate with. I've been heartbroken when I even go to that page, because there is so much hurt, and I can't stay there long because there's so many people hurting and so many people requesting prayers. I get overwhelmed. And a thought that I had come to my mind was, I know many people have thought about or known about this, the person on the beach going and throwing starfish back into the ocean, and somebody coming up and saying, why are you doing that? It's never going to make a difference. Da, da, da. And the gentleman or the lady that was doing that said, well, picked one up and threw it off, and it said it made a difference to that one. And one of the things, so in conclusion, I thought that for me, one of the things I could do, because I do enjoy offering prayers, I do enjoy reaching out, and I want to just try and pick one person a day from that Worldwide Unified that I can do something for, whether it's a prayer, whether it's sending a message, whatever I might be impressed to do, but to consider that individual's needs and to try and find one person on that Worldwide Unified each day that I can help. So that's going to be my invitation for this next week.
And I think would be cool too is to share what someone's done for you, because wouldn't that be cool to see a whole bunch of see good, do good, share goods on that Worldwide Unified? And because it lifts you when you hear about good being done. So I think that would be a cool thing to do too. And
so
one thing
you're saying share that on the Worldwide Unified?
Yeah, share it on the Worldwide
really
Unified. And so people can just see all the good that's being done, because that for sure lifts you. It's lifted you, and it's going to lift, hearing about it's going to lift us too. Something that was done for me, Lily was 13 when she passed away. And so she had some good friends, and her mom teaches my boys PE. And so she texted me, and it was a picture of Lily's headstone, and said that her daughter Lucia was babysitting, and so she took the little girl to go visit Lily, and she took a picture, and she just told her mom how pretty it was. And even that was just a text, and it made me feel so wonderful. And why? Because they're still remembering Lily, and that means so much to me. And so that was something that really warmed my heart and brought me to tears. And so it's just those little things.
Well, another family reached out to us this week. I'm not exactly sure how we all got in contact, but somewhere through this Josh and Shannon and our journey with Live Like Lily. And it's a couple, is it Dan? Carrie and Dan?
What are you talking about?
Hope Ministries.
Oh, yeah. The Allens.
The Allens. Carrie, and I think it's Dan Allen. I apologize, Dan, if it's not. And they've established Hope Ministries after the loss of their son, Asher. And they sent us a book that they recently wrote and told us a little bit about what they're doing. And I was really touched that they would take the time, just after learning a little bit about our lives, and send that to us, even though we're years down the road, that they still are willing to reach out and to know that we benefit from that nurturing. So thank you so much for that book, and we look forward to reading it. And
it's called The Walk by the Allens.
Yeah, The Walk.
So I just wanted to, last night I had the thought to look under bereaved mothers. I guess last Sunday, I didn't even know, but it was International Bereaved Mother's Day, which is to celebrate being a mother of those who have passed on, your angels in heaven. And as I did and read the stories of these women, which I will call warriors because they are, to have lost a child, as they poured out their hearts of how they had felt, and to see the pictures of those precious little babies and to hear the stories. I guess this is my third Mother's Day since Lily passed away. The last 2 years, the Mother's Days have been bittersweet. I've been numb. That's the truth. It's been sweet because I have 4 beautiful living children, and now Grace, I know, but the last 2 I had 4, and then now Grace is our 5th. And so it's been so sweet because of that, but also a little bitter because Lily's not physically with us. I know that she is spiritually around us and there. But so this Mother's Day, I guess I've been just more aware of. I knew that there were mothers that had lost children, but having Shannon, someone so close to me, lose a daughter, and then being opened up to this online communities of grieving mothers and grieving parents. I hadn't really looked into that before, and I guess anyways, it really opened my eyes, and I just pray for those women, and I honor them and look up to them so much. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I have, I guess, dealt with this bittersweet day to celebrate being a mother. Ever since I was young, I always wanted to be a mother, and I love being a mother. And to have lost Lilly has been obviously the hardest thing that I've ever gone through. And so I guess what I've done to help temper that bitter that comes with Mother's Day is to start little traditions, I guess, little things that mean a lot. This dress that I have on was Lily's, and so I've worn it every Mother's Day to include her in my day, to remember her. And I know not everyone has a child that they can wear their clothes, but it can be a necklace. It could be, I told Shannon, Layla wore bows all the time, so she could put one around her wrist and wear it that day, and that could be her Mother's Day bow that she always brings out, and just something special. It could be if you lost, if you had a miscarriage, or still have that ultrasound picture, maybe you bring that picture out that day, and that's your special picture for Mother's Day. It could really be anything, but and I remember even we had family pictures just this last fall, and I wanted to include Lily somehow. She loved to dance, so we took her point shoes and we just held them down, had someone hold them. And it doesn't have to be something big, but it's something that is there and that means a lot and shows that we're still physically including Lily.
Well, yeah, because I guess I lost my oldest brother when I was 15 years old. My oldest brother was killed in a car accident. And I remember that things, clothing articles or memorabilia, stuff that I knew was important to Jess, elevated on its kind of importance to me. I told our children the other day that when Jess passed away, we all kind of were given some things to try and help remember him. And I remember that I still have a thing on my office that my mother put together, flowers from the funeral, whatever. And I keep this little thing of flowers on my desk. And because there's a tendency, I think, like you said, when Lily died, it hurt to even touch those things. And I know for my mother, it has hurt her to touch those things and to deal with that. She's had boxes of Jess's stuff that she just couldn't stand to go through, which is totally all right. Which we still have tons of stuff, of Lily's that I've gone through it, but then I can't even wrap my head around where I'm gonna put it. So yeah, it's totally. Or if we're getting rid of it, whatever. I don't even know. It's been almost 3 years, and I still don't really want to think about it. So. But I think that's a really good idea that Stacy brings up, is to have something that you can remember, and so that yes, those things still hurt, but it also can that tangible thing can become something that is meaningful. Yeah, and I saw an idea, and it was on Instagram, and it was a mother who'd lost her daughter at 10 years old. And she just wrote a quick little letter to her. I thought that was really, really neat, and that's something that I'm going to do every year in your journal or a piece of paper. If you have a special box for them with memories, you could put that in every Mother's Day, just like a letter to say how much you've loved being their mom, or memories, or anything you want to say. Even if it's stuff that hurts.
Yeah.
Like if you want to just pour your heart out
Yeah.
and get some of that off and let that piece of paper and whatever know that you're still angry, that you're still hurt, and that it's still frustrating. I'm a writer, not professionally, but I love to write in my journal. And there are few things that are as effective and as powerful for me as pouring my feelings out with pen and paper. I know some people type and everybody's a little different, but that's been a beneficial thing for me to help and to heal.
Oh, it's been so helpful for me to write. And I just found an old journal and I opened it up and I read about a really special experience, and I'd totally forgotten about it, but it really warmed my heart to read about it again. So that's just been something that's helped us, even if you just draw a picture or take a picture or anything like that.
If Josh is watching, it can't be just stick figures, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I guess things like maybe people don't know what to say to those people, those mothers that they know that have lost children. Of course, it's good to say, to say you're sorry and it must hurt and it must be really hard. But Mother's Day, I would say that's probably not the best time. Like if you're having an intimate conversation, but if you're just in passing or just sending a text, the best thing to do is to tell them a memory, just to let them know that you still remember them or something that you loved about that child. And maybe you never got to meet that child, but you knew the mother when she was pregnant and how happy she was, or just different things like that. But memories of the lost one are a big thing too. And then I guess if you've never had a child, I think just compliment that woman and how you see her being a mother to those around her. Because I know that there's mothers out there, and I've witnessed it, that they haven't been able to have children, but they have been a mother to their nieces. Like they make it special for them. They are interested in their lives, and that's just loving a child or a teenager, anything like that is being a mother. So I think just complimenting and remembering, and I think that's the best thing you can do on Mother's Day.
And I don't know, I'm going to just share a little tradition. I don't know when I started doing this, but we kind of modified just a little bit today. And Valentine's Day is often, I kind of associate for females, and make whatever opinions you may about me, that's okay. But I've often felt that Valentine's Day is also can be an acutely tender day for loss and a number of different things. So I've made it a tradition that when I get flowers for Stacy, or if I'm getting something, I always buy the person who's giving me roses. I always buy them. They don't know about it until the purchase is done, and then I give them a rose. And today I just had the feeling today to go.
Can I tell him? So
yes.
He turns to me. He gets me some roses.
Oh, you don't need to throw me totally under the bus.
He always makes Mother's Day really special for me. But he's always said that mothers is for others, so which is totally true. Mothers think about others before themselves. And so he said, I got you that bouquet of roses. Let's go give them to someone who really needs it. And so we gave away my roses, but he did promise to get me another batch of roses. But that's been something that at first I was like, what? But it's been so fun. Today we took around cards and roses to people that are lonely, to people that don't have their kids around. It was awesome. And our little boys running up to the house is just, it warmed my heart so much. And it's like whenever we do something like that, it's whenever we serve, that bitterness, that hole, that gash in your heart, it gets filled with goodness. not to say that it takes it away fully, but it sure does make it feel so much better.
And there's a book that was given to me about 6 weeks after Lilly passed away called The Message. And some of you may be familiar with it. If you're not, it's by Lance Richardson. And the message that he has kind of a life after death experience, and then returns and has a special message to share with the world. And without totally spoiling the whole book, the message basically for all of us is that there's so many opportunities for us to reach out in love. And I know that in my hurt, one of the best ways that I've found to heal that hurt is by reaching out of myself and trying to put a smile on somebody else's face. And I'm not successful all the time. Today we tried to give some flowers to a couple of ladies in a vehicle, and our little boy didn't get out in time, and we were kind of blocking their way, and then they like sped off around us and were visibly upset, so I felt bad about that. But anyway, yeah. I asked my mom this morning, who this year has been, it was 92, so is it 27 years? It's been 27 years. It was March 22nd. It was 27 years since my oldest brother passed away. And I asked my mom this morning what she would share with the world if about dealing with loss. She's lost her son. She's lost 3 grandchildren.
Is it done?
I don't know. It says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Our connection looks good.
Refresh.
I don't know.
Can you guys hear us? Is anyone still there?
That was 9 minutes ago.
Oh. Oh, Carrie Allen's right there.
Oh, yes.
Big, don't leave, because then it says.
Oh,
yes, you can still
yes.
hear. Okay.
Okay, well,
so I guess you don't get to see our beautiful faces.
You may see us, but we can't see ourselves. So
can you see us? Because it says on our end that it says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video.
So, well, we're about done here.
Okay.
Anyway, so
yeah.
I was just going to share. So my mom, she said, well, Josh, I don't have any great wisdom for you. She said, I just try and look at every day and try and do something that's happy, that makes me happy, and that I know will try and help heal that little heart. And that probably will look like something different for everybody. But I thought for a mother who has lost so much, and I know she's very, very, very private, but I think that has been a good key success for her as a mother, is to just try and find something. And knowing my mom, she is probably exemplifies that when you take the M off of mothers, she really does concern herself about others all the time, and she does a great job.
Yeah,
I think that's been a secret.
Which I think is, and so say, you've lost your mother. So try to find another mother that you can reach out to and do something nice for.
Let them be your mother.
Let them be your mother, even if it's just for that day. Do what you would do for your mother. Just find someone else that you can lift, because that totally does wonders. I found this poem, and it's by Adrielle Booker, and she says, I see you, mother. So I just want to read it too. I thought it was really good. I see you, the one flattened by the words, I can't find a heartbeat. I see you, the one trying and waiting and wondering how much longer you can hold on to hope. I see you, the one wondering if you have the right to grieve. I see you, the one carrying a long ago grief that still sneaks its way up to the surface when you're least expecting. I see you, the one conflicted by your gratitude for the children in your home and the longing for the one that never made it here. I see you, the one who feels invisible, wondering if she counts as a mother. I see you, the one keeping watch by night as your child gets weaker and succumbs to your greatest fear. I see you, the one grieving in isolation, who'd do most anything for a friend's hand on the small of your back. I see you, the one whose grief feels too much and the one whose grief feels not enough. I see you, the one who labored with joy only to birth with sorrow. I also see you, the one shocked into new motherhood, wondering if you're doing it right. And I see you, the one devastated by a failed or delayed adoption, berating yourself for letting your heart go too far to reel back in. I see you, the one who lost your child due to a situation or a choice you wish you never made or one that was made for you. I see you, the one losing sleep over a child who's lost their way. I see you, the one mothering under a grievous diagnosis, afraid you might have to leave way too soon. I see you, the one who hides in the bathroom to get a few minutes of respite from parenting on your own. I see you, the one who's lost her own mom, the one whose mother doesn't recognize her anymore, and the one who's been estranged. I see you. And then it says, may the God of all peace grant you the grace to know how beloved you are today. You are seen, you are loved, you matter. I see you, Mother. And I just want to echo that all of us mothers have a different road to walk. There's a whole bunch of different kind of griefs that we're going through. But whatever you're doing, if you keep trying and if you keep going, you're enough. And you will make it and on the other side, and you will be triumphant. And I'll say it again, mothers, we're all warriors. And I know that as we are going through these griefs, that as we look out from ourselves, which I know we're always doing, we're taking care of our families, but even further, if we have the strength, sometimes we might not, but even a text, even an emoji, that will make all the difference. So I say happy Mother's Day. Love you.
And we want to, I guess, just invite you to continue with us on this journey. And this is not about us. This is about, well, I guess it is about us, but when we say us, it's about all of you and us, and it's about trying to be sincere, and Shannon's favorite word is real and raw. The purpose of that is we want to be able to, in some way, have our hearts touch your hearts, and your hearts touch our hearts.
And others around you.
And everybody around us. We call that pattern see good, do good, and share good. And I know that it blesses people's lives, and it makes a huge difference for the direction that we may be taking, even if it's just a one-day direction change. And we want to invite you to be part of us and to join and to share with your friends and family or others that you know may be in need of heart to heart. And we invite you again to look for some small way this week and share those with us, please. We would love to hear those opportunities if you'd feel comfortable sharing those. So
we love you and happy Mother's Day. The end. Did it end on the top?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.